So I'm trying to understand how the 3D is connected to the 5D. If a phenomenon is happening in the 3D, what it actually means in the 5D. That how addictions, our nervous system, shadow work, and Shiv Shakti imbalance, and mental health, and everything that we don't like about our life, why does it keep happening again and again? And what it actually really means in energetic sense. Okay. Honestly, we can crack this if in the 3D if we crack our nervous system. I hope my ancestors are with me while I share this information. God, Hanumanji, Makali. Okay. So, for example, there is a habit of yours that you're not able to stop. You're not able to quit. For example, let's take the most common repetitive habit, that is addiction, drugs. Okay. It can be any kind of an addiction, not just abuse of substance abuse. It can be greed. It can be lust. It can be whatever. I've written the definition actually. Not having control over doing, taking, or using something to the point where it could be harmful for you. Even I would say karmic cycles, if you know what karmic cycles mean. Karmic cycles are patterns, loops of behavior, of decision making, of reflexes that come from people before you to you. Because you pick up what you see, and from a very young age, when you're around certain people, you pick up things subconsciously, and that's what you become. So you're eventually carrying that with you further along the way. So now, nervous system. So it is your body's primary control and communication network. When we say trauma is stored in the body, what does it actually mean? For example, you're in a fight, and it might turn into a physical fight. So now your body has activated your sympathetic nervous system, that is fight and flight. Okay, why does your nervous system shift? Why did it happen? So when we say that the body stores trauma, what we're actually saying is that when you're in that fight, your eyes see what they don't want to see. They don't like what they see. Your ears are hearing what they don't like. They don't like it. So now these things have received whatever is going on, because these are sensory organs, right? We have 5-6 sensory organs, and ears and eyes have picked up enough information to tell our body, you gotta get moving. Your skin knows that you need to prepare for impact. So now your nervous system is like, oh shoot, I need to do something. And now it sends all these signals to the brain. So the brain is not a separate entity, it is a part of our body. And now the brain is not actually talking here. Our body organs are talking. Our organs picked up something, sent these codes through the nervous system to our brain, and then the brain told us what the mind is saying, what the body is saying. It's not our brain talking, it's our body talking. Brain is just the interceptor, the modem. It just decodes what our body is trying to tell us. So everything about our nervous system is not about our brain. It is actually about our body. So this sympathetic nervous system kicks in, and our body goes into fight and flight. And now our body is feeling all sorts of things. And now our eyes and our ears and our skin is working towards something. It wants to do something. It either wants to avoid it or wants to do something about it. Fight or flight, right? And now body and mind together work out something logically or intuitively, and they do something. Now this is information. Okay. If it's a small, not very impactful event, this heated argument might stay in your mind for a few days. But if it happens again and again, and especially if it happens from somebody who you deeply trust, around whom you feel safe, and in your comfort zone, in your safety zone, you felt threatened. So now your nervous system will get shot. It's going to go in shock, and it's going to remember that like a, what do you call it? Like a strike. Okay. It's going to put a dent in your nervous system, and that's trauma. And your body organs are going to keep it neurologically. Okay. Those tissues are going to keep this information in your nervous system, right around that organ, wherever you've stored this, however your body felt that experience that gave you trauma. So body is saving everything. So nervous system is getting altered because of whatever the body is going through. This nervous system is getting affected. And now most of us, because we don't work on our nervous system when actually we should be, for most things, we work on our mental health. Now I'm not trying to make fun of this mental health thing, but it is incomplete. So now, addictions. What are these addictions, and how can we make the best if we have an addiction and we want to get over it? Any pattern, any loop, any behavior, whatever. Okay, if you want to get over it, we need to understand that why are we doing this again and again? Why are we actually addicted to this? We are addicted because our body is in fight or flight mode. Constantly, our body is in fight and flight. Nervous system is short for years, and then we develop addictions because it calms down our nervous system. We go into parasympathetic mode rather than from being in sympathetic mode for so long. We finally get into parasympathetic mode temporarily, probably destructively as well, in many cases, especially if it becomes an addiction. And we're like, oh shit. And rather than understanding this and deciphering and breaking down the situation from a neurological standpoint, we depend on that substance or that behavior, and it ends up becoming an addiction. For example, if you're using substance, any kind of substance, okay, or even if you take alcohol, I don't care. Even if you drink alcohol, what it does, calms down, soothes down your nervous system. It's like Shantoja, relax, bro, relax, relax, relax. So that relaxed, chill mode in a very balanced amount actually is a very close reflection of how you would naturally perform if your nervous system was calm. It is not the direct reflection, no. It is a very flawed reflection, but it is a reflection that if some things trigger you when you're sober and don't trigger you anymore when you're high or in that zone, that means your body is capable of doing it. It's just something else you used a temporary thing to calm your nervous system down. But if actually your body restores its nervous system health, you can be like this without using anything, without doing anything. This is probably one of the biggest breakthroughs I've had in my life. This understanding that if we keep track of our nervous system, if we take care of our nervous system, if we understand, see, how will we take care of our nervous system? It's not something direct. There are many different things we need to do that eventually heal our nervous system. But what I mean is that to acknowledge, even understand that this is a neurological nervous system issue that can actually be worked on through shadow work, dude, we can be our best versions. Okay, we will not be this. We will not be these people who are constantly in fight and flight, always defensive. They're always making plans for the worst case scenario. They think every conversation is an argument or a fight, or somebody's pointing out, accusing you of something. People get very easily triggered nowadays because everybody's frustrated. And then because of that, rather than acknowledging or understanding or even thinking that why the hell this is happening, we have access to substance and other forms of addiction. Substance, lust is also addictive. Okay. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it can cause problems. It has caused a lot of problems. Dude, we have rapes because of lust, murders and stuff, whatever hell. Okay. So if we actually work on our nervous system and understand this is a neurological problem, and then finding ways to work on that if it is a neurological issue that I'm going to the substance of this habit again and again, I think I should work on my nervous system and try to restore the health of my nervous system so that I can constantly be this blissful and happy. And see, happiness is not the goal, but addiction is also not the answer. We can never be happy human being. We live in a shitty world, but you know what I mean, right? I'm not saying working on your nervous system will give you this feeling of being high. No, of course not. That's different. But how you don't have a worry in the world, that can actually happen if you work on your nervous system. If you focus on your nervous system, you can actually have this blissful life. But anyway, I guess I've talked a lot about this. I hope it made sense to someone. Did I miss anything? I've written notes on side. Addiction, nervous system, brain is just a speaker, an interceptor of all the communication coming from our body. Yeah, I was going to talk about nervous system and the Shiv Shakti imbalance. Yeah, so Shiv Shakti, now from a spiritual point of view, I think our nervous system, that is the electrical charge that passes through our brain that actually communicates information, is the Shakti, and our body is Shiv. Sure, Shiv, sure. Okay. So this imbalance of Shiv and Shakti together, that is, your 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 body is not working in the favor of your nervous system, and your nervous system is not working in the favor of your body, because there is a lot of baggage on both of you, on your body also, on your nervous system. You coexist. What I mean is that these both coexisting together in the most harmonious and balanced ways is how you attain your Shiv Shakti balance, the balanced union of Shiv and Shakti. And and I don't separate science from, how I'll put it. I'll draw something for you. See, for example, I'll do it quickly. This is science. This is you. This is physics. This is chemistry. This is trees, food, industry, bad people, good people, karma, horses, time, whatever, and everything. This all for me is spirituality. These are all connected things. One is not away from the other. One is not different or separate from the other. Everything is connected. If this is, you have one brain and one body that is taking care of all these different affairs, that means these all are connected. They're all connected to you, and you are the connected piece. It's all connected. So don't think that you're going to do one thing and compromise on the other in some other part, and you're going to take care of your nervous system. You cannot lie to your nervous system. Your nervous system knows more than what you think you know. Okay, it is literally working in electrical impulses, and you are dumb. You need to go to school to understand stuff. So your body is more smart than your mind. So yeah, your body is smarter than your mind, more sensitive. But anyway, yeah, that's it, I guess. That's it, guys. I hope somebody understood anything. You know what? This habit of constantly chasing, this also develops as a consequence of a short nervous system. We always keep thinking that something external is going to make us happy, something external is going to make us fulfilled, something external is finally going to give us peace. Yes, buying a new car feels very nice. But then you come back to your reality and everything is shitty again, and now you want to chase again. It's like feeding a fire more firewood rather than just putting out the fire. These are ways our nervous system shows up in our life. And these are such normalized patterns. Our society has normalized chasing so much that we are leading, most of us are leading such unfulfilled, chaotic lives. Bro, if your infrastructure is flawed, it's short, how are you going to make your best life? How in the world are you going to live your best potential so that you can create your best case scenario? I'll show you another physical way how we can tell that your body stores trauma. For example, there's someone who has lived in an environment that was a constant threat, that felt very, very unpredictable to the body. Kids who grow up in violent environments. Okay. There's violence, like physical violence and abuse. Their nervous system and their body knows that you have to constantly embrace for impact, and your organs might get affected because of that, because of the physical abuse or violence. So you need to protect your body, so it creates these layers and layers of fat because it wants to protect itself. These are, it's very easy to complain about our shitty lives, but the real challenge is, what are you going to do about it? And it's not about working out and going to gym and working on your weight. Everything is internal, bro. Some keys might be external, but the door, it's inside. Do you know what I mean?